Victor Yankee Golf radio check. Okie dokie, let's see. Where did we leave off? Uh-huh. Oh, starting to come online. All right, we were looking at the PV3. So why not? Yes. Okay. Oof. So early. Let's take her up. Oh, we're already heading in. Woo! People! Okay.
Attention! You are entering the combat
Naked
zone.
Wolf Horror.
Get ready for battle. Good luck.
And myself.
Pilots, get ready for action. Let's go.
Woohoo! Okay. Territories. Do we have a bomber here? We have attack aircraft. you go. That's 2. That's 2. That was funny. No Mr. Fix-It on this base.
Reports about rapidly deteriorating weather conditions. The port will be unable to reach you. Do you read me? Over.
Voodoo.
There's a heavy storm here. Unable to proceed. Returning to base. Do you copy? Way to go. Victory is close. All plants are under our control. Great job. failed. Nice work.
So that's 1, 2, 3. Don't know if we can get there to do 4. Woohoo! Good day. Yay.
Victory is ours. We're waiting
Good
for your
game.
return.
Woohoo! All right. Another early morning of flying. Earth. You were on even earlier. Oh my! That's early. That is early. Okay. Yeah. No, I like my sleep. I can't go earlier. That's that's early. Four. Nice. Got 4 sectors. Mwah. Bristol 133, sure. Looks like I have. Oop. All the paint jobs. All right. Retired. Oh, some of the guys at work are talking about. Well, the one guy's got less than 2 years left. The other guy's plan was to retire at 55, so he's, well, his wife's got a good job, so they're getting set up for that. I've still got, well, if I wanted a full pension, I got to be there another 10 years, and I don't see that happening, so not with the Alberta being the way it is. It's like I came here because I work. And, well, they keep doing what they're doing. There's not going to be work. I mean, there's always work. Work at a hospital, so kind of always need that. But she monkeys with that much more. Eh. It's getting redonkulous. Though with the world situation, looks like oil's going to be worth more. Yeah, well, the practicalities of that, of becoming independent, would be, well, we couldn't. It's like the natives groups would be escorting everyone to the borders because they'd be like, no, we signed this agreement with from long before Alberta existed, so you're on leased land.
Attention! You are entering the combat zone. Get ready for battle. Good luck.
Don't think people quite understand that, or even how our constitutional democracy works, which is, I mean, you can't do much about that, but who do we have here?
Show me what you can do, pilots. Let's roll.
No, because Alberta wasn't around. They made agreements with the Crown, not with Alberta. That's the catch, and they have come together and stated, well, no, our treaties are with the Crown. If you wish to break the treaty, that is fine, but then the land reverts back to us. It doesn't go with some other group. So it could get interesting. Quebec saw some of that too when they were doing their independence thing. Basically, the reality of them ever trying to do the separation was they would lose almost all of their territory overnight. The native groups all went straight to the UN and said, no, this is our land. We have a treaty agreement, and that and the resources aren't technically Alberta's. I mean, they're in Alberta, yes. Friends of ours from England were shocked and surprised how Canada does things, because it's like any other country. National resources are exactly that, national. The fact that the province gets to administer any of them was a shock to him, but it's like, yeah, that's how we've decided it'll work best. That, and I look at how badly the current group understands actual democracy. If they succeeded, you wouldn't have a democracy. They are not interested in democracy. Democracy means everybody has a say. That's not how they like to run it. They like having their say, and they get to say what goes, and if you don't like it, tough for you. That's not democracy. I mean, they've taken Alberta Health Services, broken it into separate companies so that the public no longer has a right to see what's going on and where the money's going. They've been so embarrassed by the graphs that they've been used doing. Friends and backroom deals and billions of dollars being funneled to people. It's rather horrible. But but no one gets to see that now. Yes, control of the Crown lands. Exactly. It's there for Alberta to administer. It's still Crown land, but Alberta administers it on behalf of the nation. It's been really interesting because once I got this job, first time I was involved with the union and just going to meetings and seeing how things actually work in a democracy. And then all of the legislation governing and the rules around unions made a lot more sense because things move incredibly slowly. Petty politics is everywhere. But as a functioning democracy, it actually works. And then it made sense as to why there's always been all these regulations about who can form a union and what unions are allowed to do and all that kind of stuff. Because literally, it is a government. And at times it does a far better job of being a democracy than the current government, which basically doesn't let you have your say. You have to do the party line.
Be advised, a line of thunderstorms is approaching. We'll soon be unable to provide support. Do you copy? Over.
But just remember years ago there was a phone survey, and I think it was sponsored by the Conservatives, because they were asking, thoughts and opinions on how the government was doing, and they asked, so do you think the government's doing a good job with the economy? And I laughed. At the time, it was still a boom. And I was like, no, I don't think they're doing a good job.
There's a heavy storm here.
I think the only reason that we are looking so good was the high oil revenues, and they couldn't spend the money, waste the money fast enough. They were shoving it into pockets everywhere, but there was so much of it.
Victory is in sight. Keep it up.
They were like, can we quote you on that? I'm like, sure.
Air supremacy achieved.
The thing that's really telling is how the deficits balloon the moment the resource money isn't there. It means the spending was always that
Victory
way.
is ours. We're waiting for your return.
But hidden underneath, mountains of income. Yeah, no, we can disagree for sure. Just what I've seen since coming here, which was 20 years ago now. But the idea of managing something in trust for the greater good is something that unfortunately faded off over the last probably 20 or more years. And I know when they got burned last time, when everyone was like, "Oh, look at this bad leader. She's using the private jet like her own plaything and taking her kids on it and stuff." And it was like, no, you need to understand that is their attitude and their belief after 50 years of basically uninterrupted control. They viewed themselves as, we are the leaders. You will listen to us. This is our right. You provide us with whatever it is we want. That's how it works. And I don't know, any party that has to have separate offices because internally you would actually beat each other's throats if you were all in the same office, that's a bad sign. And actual neo-Nazis, no, I don't think that's something I could support. 4 territories, yay. We'll do another one with that guy. Not directly, no. I would say that there's being like it's bizarre. Canadian politics right now is really bizarre because basically the Liberals elected a Conservative to be in charge of their party, which is really weird because Carney is absolutely not a Liberal. Like, he is a Conservative. He's a freaking banker. Like, no, he is absolutely conservative, but old school conservative. I'm not sure why Conservatives became as far as they did when I was young. I was absolutely conservative. And then I watched as Conservatives did policies that were absolutely atrocious to the general populace. Like, I had friends and stuff who were in scientific research and things, and basically they were gagged. They were told, no, this is, yes, the public has paid for this research. You are not allowed to talk about your research. And when he basically burned 60 years of research because he's like, oh, it costs too much to store. Like, the environmental data that was lost and all that kind of stuff. It was like, you buggers. All that data is what is used to develop things like, okay, well, do we allow a strip mine over here? Is that going to ruin the ecosystem? So instead of now having a baseline that you can go by and go and make a conscientious decision on things, well, now that data is gone.
You're approaching the area of combat operations. Be ready.
And it was just the graft that was allowed in did not impress me. But we're left with few alternatives then. Ideally, I would like to not ever see a majority government again.
Show me what you can do, pilots.
Because none of these guys seem to be able to manage the responsibilities. They're all like, well, what can we get away with? If we have a majority, we can get away with everything. We don't have to talk. We don't have to compromise. We can just do what we want because we have majority. And it's like, that's not responsible government. That's not doing things in trust for the good of everyone. That's personal enrichment. Gangster politics on any of their parts. So no, I'd like to see minority governments where they actually have to sit down and talk. And negotiate and explain themselves. Hey, I want to do this. Okay, fine. As people's representatives, you explain why this is a good idea. Why should Joe's excavating get that job? Well, Joe's my buddy. That's not good enough. Has there been a bidding process?
Be
Well, no.
advised, the
Joe is
enemy is
handy.
concentrating forces near the
Like
airfield.
what? They were so embarrassed by the things that were done in the medical thing, because it's like they even hid the paperwork. Like, the negotiator for the government signed the contract on behalf of the government, quit his government position.
We've taken control of the airfield.
Signed on with the company he just gave the contract to, and then signed the acceptance of the contract. So his signature is both on the negotiating for the government side and on the company acceptance side of the paperwork. And of course they're stapled together. And they were like, oh, we can't put these together. It's like, well, why not? Well, because it looks bad. It's like, it's because it is bad. When you have a minister of health who is owner of a medical company, and they're just sitting there going, no, that's not a conflict of interest. Of course it is. That's the definition of a conflict of interest. No, we don't think so, so we'll tell you what truth is. It's like, no. Or in construction especially, you get companies that nobody's heard of. All of a sudden they're getting government contracts. But no one's heard of them, but they show up at a fundraiser for the PCs. You know, the $4,000 a plate meal or whatever they are. And suddenly, well, they're getting contracts.
We have complete control of the skies. Way to go.
It's like, wait a minute, that's not how this should work. It's not about merit. It's about who you know, whose palms you can grease. So their latest recall thing, that's awesome. Or it would have been awesome. Could they turn around going, wait, we didn't mean for you to use it against us. It's like, no, it needed to be there to be used. And that's good. Because they can stay there, because we should chuck any of them out on their ear who does stupid things like that. Or evil things like that. I don't care who they are. Recall legislation is awesome, and it should work against any of them.
I'm proud of you, pilots. Head back home.
Yay. Time check. Got a little bit of time left. Right. I don't know. I would like to have a nice little place off somewhere, things to be stable. Yeah, that, and as Quebec found out years ago, it's like, oh, we want to be independent. Then they realized really fast, it's like that's not going to work, and we will be swallowed. They even sent a delegation to the U.S. The U.S. basically laughed and said, well, yeah, if you were to try to join with us, you're not joining as an equal state. This whole French thing is a non-starter, and we will tell you what you would get if we let you. And they realized, this would really more than suck, and it would be even worse for Alberta. We don't even have half their population, and with the way things currently are south of the border, yet you would if you succeeded, you'd be looking around going, wait, why are you loading us on buses? It's because, yeah, we want your territory. We don't want you. We're driving you to BC or Ontario or wherever. We're taking you to the edge and we're dropping you off because Americans need this land and these resources, so you're out of here. And you look at how they treat their own actual citizens, so they have even less compunction to treat anybody else with any kind of fairness, because fairness isn't in their lexicon anymore. That's gone. So, I don't see why anyone would want to join with that. Let's see. I think we flew all these guys the other day. XF4F. No, didn't fly that one. Alright, let's take this guy up. Paint shop. Oh, we got one. That works. There we go. Yeah, it's all armchair politics anyway. Oh, wait. This guy has... Just trying to remember, I think. Is this the guy that has what seems to be pathetically light offensive capability? I guess we'll find out. So that's 11 sectors this morning. Nowhere near what I need to get per day, but down to 3 or 2 days or something. Yes, our representative democracy. There are challenges. In many ways, it is still a grand experiment. Cardinal Black. There we go. Kill Gunter, myself.
You
Rayo
are approaching
Express.
the area of combat operations. Be ready.
Now, the ability to
pilots. Let's roll.
To discuss, to argue over things, to disagree. That's an awesome thing to be able to do. Like, we need to be able to do that. Not because, oh, we need to be able to convince other people of what we think. It's like, well, no, we want to learn how maybe what we think isn't the greatest. Okay, so that's Guam territory. Really helping to get a territory. Just helps me keep one, I guess. Woohoo!
A rocket has reached the target. Enemy objects damaged.
All right. That's 2. Or is that 3?
enemy bases. Give the enemy
Okay.
a hard time.
Onward. So that was 4. Okay. Don't know if we'll get 5 in. Time check. I might have one.
Receiving reports about
One
rapidly
more fight
deteriorating
after
weather
this.
conditions. The port will be unable to reach you. Do you read me? Over. We cannot support you any longer. The storm is too heavy. Do you copy? Over.
Oof. Cardinal Black. Good shooting.
Keep it up. Victory is almost ours.
Took me out right at the edge. I should have slowed down so you could have taken me out before the timer. That's okay, I got another 4. There we go. Look out for Cardinal Black. And there he is. Woo! Gonna say, is he gonna take everybody else out? Maybe. That's the challenging way to go for a win.
Great job today.
Good
We'll
game.
be waiting for you back home.
Good game. Do. 4. There we go. So, climbing, clawing slowly up there. Oh, what's something else we could fly? I guess we don't need to limit ourselves here. Sure, haven't been up in the P40 in a while. Oh, it's all painted up even. And we have equipment, and let's go.
Attention! You are entering the combat zone. Get ready for battle. Good luck.
THC! Nice to see you. Oh, you're in a P40 as well. Oh dear. But you are more refined than I am. You're specialized already.
Pilots, get ready for action. Let's go.
Alright, let's see what we can do. Yeah, this will be the last one for this morning. Here come the bombers. There we go. Let the fire do some of the work. That's one territory. You. Ah. Why you come for me? Oh, that was my wing. That's not good. got me. Ah! Good shot.
Launching rockets at us from the military base. Take action.
Okay. There you are.
A rocket has reached the target. Enemy objects damaged. Hang in there.
Oof.
You'll soon be cut off from support. I say again, support will not be available.
Ow.
We cannot support you any longer. The storm is too heavy. Do you copy? Over. Okay. Hee hee hee. Keep it up. Victory is almost ours.
on the turn. Woohoo!
Keep it up, pilots. You can do it. Shape up.
Can we?
This is our last chance.
Got me 3 times.
All aircraft.
Ah,
Fall
good
back
game.
and regroup.
Okay. Well, that's 5:30. I think I got 1, 2, 3. 3 sectors that time. Or did I get 4? I think it was only 3. Let's have a look. Three. There we go. Ah, well. Right, defense aircraft for Sting like a Hornet. Hee hee. Yep. All right, that is the time. All right, time to go. Oop. Good morning. You as well. Have fun. Yahoo! Alright, time to get going. We'll see you later, guys. Have a good day. And yes, absolutely, we can agree to disagree. That is not an issue. This is open discourse and discussion is an awesome thing. And it needs to happen. Like, it's not a emotional thing. It's okay, well, let's look at this. How will this work? Would this be the best? Yeah. And we have different opinions, and that is perfectly fine. So, have a great day. We will talk to you all later.